It's me, Lifespiller79. A bunch of PS1 games. I can just walk in and out of thrift store. Hello gamers, it's me, Lifespiller79. It's my show. Glad to be back, man. Hello gamers, it's me, Lifespiller79. It's my show. I'm glad to be back to do another video. This video, I wanted to talk about my game finds that I picked up over the last few weeks. I've just been so busy with other videos and other topics that I just wanted to get off my head. Plus, I took a little time off, so yeah, I've been busy with that. So yeah, I was actually thinking about taking another week, but now I'm like, nah, I got the energy. It's starting to cool down. We're still in the high 90s, so I had enough energy today to do it, even though I got caught up with some other projects. But yeah, I added some games, and that's what I've really been looking for, is games I've been wanting back or games I've been looking to add to my collection. I'm trying to eventually start getting towards games that I've never heard of, and I do that every now and then, and I've been really good about that. But I also want to just get games that I've been looking to complete out of certain collections, because I know that I realistically won't be able to complete certain collections as far as consoles, like the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo or anything like that. So I'm going to start trying to go towards completing certain collections. So the first item that I picked this up a while back, and I actually don't recall if I showcased it or not. I needed a memory card for my PlayStation 1, and I picked up the 1 megabyte, and it's 15 blocks, which I thought was kind of odd, and it actually only uses up about, I think it's like 15 KB or something like that. One block equals like 15 KB or kilobytes every time you save a game. So that was nice to have, and I'm glad to use that. Which actually brings me to my first pickup that I got a while back. And I can't recall if I showcased this or not, but this is really an awesome title, and that's SpiderMan for the PS1. I'm really enjoying this game, and I need to go back through it again. I think I beat it, or I got close to beating it, but I was playing around with a few things, and I think my memory, I need to go back and check my memory card or whatever. But this is really a good game. The graphics are not that superb, but the storyline is really good. The characters are really good, and there's some funny things in there when you just look at how far technology has come as far as PS1 and to PS4. But it's really, really a good game. I'm actually a big fan of Spider-Man games, the good ones and the bad ones. I just try to push my way through this, but this is actually a really good title, and I only paid like $3 for it. Next game that I found, I actually got this at a movie trading store, and it's Stunt Race for the Stunt Race FX. This used to be one of my favorite little racers. I actually like a lot of the racers on the Super Nintendo, and this is definitely one of them. So if you see this game, it's called Stunt Race, I would definitely recommend picking this up. It's really, really great title. These next few titles I got at the pawn shop, and I actually got them for $1 a piece, and it was games I didn't expect to get. They're in really good condition. The only thing is they didn't come in a box, so I'll just throw them in one of my extra boxes because I got several extra PS2 cases. The first one that I got was Rise of the Silver Surfer, or it says Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, and this one actually is in really good condition. And then a game I actually been looking for to get and add to my collection is The Godfather, the game. And like I said, I only paid $1 a piece for these, so now I just happened to walk into Half Price Bookstore and found some sales. They just happen to be selling a lot of PS3 games, like for $2 to $3. So I just grabbed up a few that I saw. I wanted Mercenary 2. It's a pretty good open world game. I played the demo a while back. The only problem is they didn't have the disc, so I couldn't get it, but I did pick up a few other titles for like $3. Killzone 3, which I didn't think that was too bad to add to my collection, so I'm not a big fan of the Killzone franchise. Killzone 2 was okay. I got to the end, or close to the end, and almost beat that one. I've been playing a little bit of this one. My son likes the shooters a lot better than I do, and so I got it really for him. Next game I got, and I've already been warned, was Lair. It was one of the first PS3 games that came out, like Heavenly Sword and stuff like that, and Assassin's Creed. All the well, this was more of an exclusive title to the PS3. I actually found the controls not too bad. I heard a lot of things about it, but it didn't turn out to be too bad for me. So I'm actually enjoying it. So I'm gonna dive into it a little bit more. But I've been playing other games solely, so I didn't have no time for this one yet. Not really. Now these next few titles, I actually had to pay a little bit more to get them back. I ended up having a gift card to Half Price Bookstore, and this was earlier in the month, and I used the gift card to pick up a few titles. Let's see here. I got Sleeping Dogs, which I originally had, but I never played it. My son had it, or my son played it, beat it, loved it, and enjoyed it. It's right out of like the True Crimes franchise, True Crime Streets of LA, True Crime Streets of New York. This one was it went through several different title changes, but this is really a good game. I got to play like run a level out of it. I think 1 or 2 missions, and that was it. But I got pulled away from several other different games. I think this is when I had this game, but then I got pulled into Ni no Kuni, and I devoted like 2 months of my time to that solely. And then when I got out of that, I just started playing a bunch of other games. So from what I played so far, this is a really great title. So definitely add this to your collection. Another game that I picked up, and I got this off of some store credit that I had, which is Infamous. This is my favorite one out of the franchise. I haven't played Second Son yet, but I love Infamous. Much like I mentioned in my last, well, for me, I guess the big thing for me is that it has a great story, awesome graphics and stuff like that. This game did come out in like 2009, so that was still in the in-between stages of them learning to utilize the PS3. But yeah, this is a really awesome title. It's about this character named Cole who has to deliver this package. There's an explosion that happens. He ends up developing these powers. So if you're into the superhero, regular human guy, transitional type single player game, this is the game for you. I recommend picking this game up. This is the game that's actually taking up a lot of my time. I've actually been coming home playing this game probably about 3 hours a day, at least. I probably start playing about 8, and I'll jump off at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. But I've already beat it on the good side. I'm working my way through the bad karma. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving this. This is one of those games that you have to play to completion, picking up every little piece throughout the entire city. So I love those type of games. Now these next games that I got, I actually got them through store credit when I canceled my PS4. I still had some store credit left over, so I went and nabbed up these games. And the first game I got was Wolfenstein: The New Order. Awesome shooter, awesome game. Really, I love the old school one. I think it was Wolfenstein 3D. I have that downloaded on my PS3, but I played this on the PS4, and there is a big difference between the graphics, but the storyline still holds up. The gameplay is still fun. It's a really great shooter, and I myself are not really that into first-person shooters, but this is really good. Next game I got is BioShock Infinite. I've had this before, beat it, loved it. I just wanted it back in my collection. It's one of those games that has awesome replayability element to it. So, and not a lot of games impact me the way BioShock Infinite did. This was a game that I waited 3 years for it to come out. I got BioShock 1 and 2. I actually beat all 3 of them. BioShock 1, I loved it. 2 grew on me. It took a long time for the game to grow on me, but eventually did. And then I remember the announcement of this one. I think it was in 2009 that they announced it, and then it was like, yeah, it won't release till 2012. And I was like, what? I said, who talks about a game 3 years ahead of production? But yeah, it was well worth the wait. Awesome characters. And the PS3 version actually comes with BioShock 1 as a downloadable. So you can actually download the first one if you don't have it. Great, great title. And this is one that everybody has heard about. And it's Watch Dogs. Really good game. I have to say, and I'm not going to spoil anything for nobody, I have to come back to the game because I got halfway through it and I stopped playing it. It tells pretty much the premises or the point of the game early on. There's some repetitiveness to this game. I'm not going to lie about it. And that's kind of a draw away from the game a little bit. I can see myself completing this game because it's got the open world GTA technology in the palm of your hand aspect going to it, and I like that, but I don't see myself just continuously playing this. Maybe down the road I'll learn to appreciate it that much more. Another great game that looks really awesome on a PS4 in comparison to the PS3, but it grew on me. I got over it and I started playing it, but right now I haven't even played it in several weeks. Now, the next few titles, I went in and I grabbed a bunch of games from Half Price Bookstore. Really some titles that I've seen, and then I've seen them mentioned on other people's channel and just being recommended. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and get this. I think my boy Tim McKay, I think he had this game, or he had mentioned it in one of his videos. So this is another one of my game finds, and it was Haven, Call of the King. And as you see, I picked it up for $5, which wasn't bad. I'll definitely check that out. Still got the store wrapping on it, so haven't had time to get to it. This next game I've been looking to add, and I'm so glad I got this because now I'm down to just 2 games, really. Chinatown, or GTA Chinatown, and GTA London, which I've seen GTA London, and I think it's like more than $10 from some of the places I've seen it. But I want to complete my GTA collection. That was my whole reason for even starting up that conversation about completing collections. Like I want to complete the Mega Man collection for the NES, and they don't have to necessarily be complete in box, but you know, I want to be able to complete that. The game I got was GTA Liberty City Stories, and I actually remember this being the first one from the little spin-offs, the GTA Liberty City Story and then the GTA Vice City Stories. This game is really, really fun. It's really, really awesome. If you haven't played it, I got it when it initially came out and beat it. And as you can see, the case is in really good condition because I had to switch it out. I'll show you something. Somebody decided to write all over the, I'm glad they wrote on the plastic part and they didn't write on the actual label. But if you look at this right here, you can see the scribble where it must have been a kid. But I love the book though. The good thing is they didn't write inside of the book, and the book actually looks like a newspaper. So I thought that was really creative. I can't wait to play this game and have some old memories spark up for me. But yeah, so I was glad to add that to my collection. Next few games, I actually ended up getting them, even though they already have a certain price on them. I actually only paid $1 for them. Let's see. Yeah, some of them I paid $1 for, and that is Ninja Gaiden Black for the original Xbox. I've been looking for this, even though it says $5. I actually only paid $1 for it because I found it at the pawn shop. I nabbed it up real quick. There was other titles that I was going to get, but I'm glad to get this. And the next one I got was From Russia with Love, another 007. Like I said in my previous video, I think it was a couple videos back, I'm looking to complete the 007 series, so I'm going to try to find all 007 games. They don't necessarily have to be on all those platforms like I've done with the GTA. I've gotten them on Xbox, and I've gotten them on PlayStation and other platforms. But yeah, so I was glad to add this to my collection. Every time I kept seeing it, it was like $5, and so I just happened to walk in a pawn shop. They had it for $1, and it is complete, which I don't show enough of. I don't talk about them being complete as much, but yeah, so I was glad to add that. And then the next game I got was SSX. I got an SSX 3, SSX Tricky, but I didn't have the original SSX. So I was glad to add this. I actually love these snowboarding games. They're really, really fun. This is a game that I actually have that is complete, and I actually have it sealed. So to find it not sealed was awesome. So I'll get a chance to play this, and I actually paid the original price for it, and that's Siren for the PS2. I have that sitting up on my shelf with my other sealed games. So I was glad to add this to my collection, because now I'll be able to play it, because I wasn't going to open up that sealed game because it's going up in price, and so I'll definitely keep that. So I was glad to have this, and kind of looks like a horror suspense game. I remember playing the demo and enjoying it because I like those games. The last game that I got here was recommended by so many YouTubers, so many gamers and collectors, and I was so glad to find it, and that's Rogue Galaxy. I had to say the best for last because, man, this looks like an awesome, awesome RPG, and I can't wait to play it. It looks so much fun. This may be the game that stops the breaks down after Infamous and makes me want to play it, because I've been waiting. I've been looking for this game for a few months now. I haven't been looking for it for quite too long. Just been waiting to add this to my collection, so I'm really glad. All right, so those are my games that I've picked up over the last few weeks. Tell me what you think about those games. Recommend me some games and stuff like that. Like, comment, subscribe. Get back to me with whatever your thoughts are. Other than that, I'm Lifespiller79, and I'm out.